feel? Dirty South, dirty, can y'all really feel? I got the East Coast feel, West Coast feel. Dirty South, dirty, can y'all really feel me? East Coast feel. Say what?
Hey beauties, it's me, Lydia Marie. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I mainly do beauty content for women over 40, but all are welcome. You guys, I heard you. A couple people DM'd me on Instagram and was like, I love the glitter, I love the red lip, but I'm more of a soft glam girly. So can we get a soft glam look for the holidays? And I was like, say less, I got you. I looked around at some videos and see, what can I go about with the soft glam and make it wearable but still perfect for the holidays? And this is the look that I came up with. Remember, soft glam does not mean no makeup. Soft glam is glam, just in a more softer appearance of looking like you don't have on as much makeup, but you actually do. So if you would like to see how I got this nice soft glam tutorial, I hope that you would keep watching. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss a thing. Let's go ahead and get into this video. Oh, and everything as usual is in the description box. First things first, you always want to start off with your skin clean. Do a little light exfoliation if you want, or if you need to, and then you want clean, hydrated, bouncy skin before you apply any makeup. So I did my skin prep with my Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched serum, and then I moisturized with the Danessa Myricks Moisture Repair Balm Serum, so I'm nice and hydrated. And I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer as my primer because this gives a nice blurring effect, and it also does a great job of making my makeup adhere. So we're going to be using this as a primer. So while my primer has a chance to sit, let's talk a little bit about what this look is going to be. This is a soft glam look, and soft glam doesn't mean a no makeup look. You're still putting makeup on. That's where the word glam comes into play. So it is glam, but it doesn't have, where you take away the softness or where you add the softness means you're focusing on sculpting the face, really giving the face dimension. So we're going to be doing the under eye concealer, the bright highlight. We're going to be sculpting out the cheekbones and the forehead, and then we're going to add a nice soft eye, so like a beige or a brown eye, a very soft brown, and a soft lip, but a nice vibrant blush. So that's going to be kind of like the holiday glam. It's still glam. We're putting makeup on, but it's going to be just a little bit softer, just to give you an idea of what we're going to be doing. All right, I've got myself color corrected here as per usual. I use the Huda Beauty color corrector on my hyperpigmentation and the e.l.f. orange color corrector under my eyes. We don't want any blemishes to show, anything like that, because this is glam. So we're going to start off with the contour, and I'm going to use my Thread Beauty stick in the shade 160, and we're just going to contour and carve out the perimeter of my face. I like to go up here on my cheekbones, on the temple, a little bit down here, and today we're going to be going underneath the chin bone here. We're really going to get in with the contour, so you can do yours on a brush like I am, or you can just swipe it on your face like I normally do when I'm in a hurry. But today we're working in layers and we're building up, so we're going to go in with a brush. When you're blending your contour, and I wanted to say too that if you notice, I'm not using a super dark contour because, again, soft glam, but I'm using something that has enough warmth in it that's going to give me the bronzing and sculpting all at once. I'm using this Real Techniques number 231 brush. When you're blending your contour, I'm tapping it in because it's a flat brush. I'm not blending it down at all. I'm staying rather high on my cheeks because we're carving space, and all of this is going to be filled in as well. Now we're going to go in with our brighter concealer shade. This is the LYS Triple Fix Concealer, Triple Coverage Brightening Concealer, excuse me. And I have the shade TN3. This is a brighter concealer shade for me. And we're just going to pop that in the regular corners, but we're going to, it's such a thin applicator going in here, and I don't have a lot of this left, so we're going to finish this off. I'm going to do the regular highlighting on my chin. Don't be afraid to put this makeup on because we are going to have a nice bright under eye, a nice bright finish. I'm going to take this down the rest of my nose, and I think this is empty, which is why I'm having to do this. And then we're going to take it up here You can highlight the way of your choice. I just like to highlight these particular points of my face, but you'll see when we start to blend it in why we're doing what we're doing. So let's get to blending. This is my favorite part when I'm doing a highlighting contour situation like this, because I just love how structured my face looks. So I'm taking a blending brush that has a little bit of fluffiness to it to start tapping in this concealer. This concealer is full coverage, so you don't want to let it sit for super long. A good 30 seconds. Start blending it and don't swirl it, because we want to keep it in the same areas that we are highlighting. So you just want to tap it in. You can use a sponge for this as well. I just prefer a brush to start the blending process. And you're just going to tap this wherever you applied your concealer. Keep it in a motion and just tap it in. Feel free, like I said, to use a sponge, and you would do the same things. No swirling or mixing. We're just tapping this in. And this is what you want to see. You want to see the brightness where your face is normally a little bit brighter. So on the high points of your face right here, you want to see the shadows that are created after you have blended in your contour. You have shadows here. So it's shadow, light, shadow, light, shadow, light. So you have a nice structure going on. We're not going to put the foundation everywhere because we don't want to cover this up. I'm going to show you that as well. But first we want to give our face a nice little spritz with whatever setting spray you want to use, just to kind of melt these creams in together before we move on to foundation. And for this, I'm going to be using the MAC Studio Fix Plus just for a little hydration and to blend all of this together. So we're going in with a long wearing foundation today. You can do medium buildable coverage if you like. This is a medium buildable, medium to full coverage foundation, but it's long wearing and it's nice and soft as a finish. So this is the NARS light reflecting foundation. I have the shade Huahan, and that is medium deep 2.6. I will have it linked below, as I always do. This is one of my favorite long wearing foundations, and I just have it on a palette here. You don't need a lot since you already have a lot of the coverage on your face with your concealer and your contour. So the trick to this is to use a very light hand. I have that I'm holding my brush very lightly, and we're just going to go over the areas where I do not have the contour and just start blending in the foundation. So the trick to getting your foundation to look as good and blended and seamless with this look after you have already done all your contouring and your carving out is, like I said, to use a very light hand. You notice my hand is on the top of my brush, and to tap the product in instead of swirling, because you don't want to mix the contour and everything up together, because that can make it look super gray. You just want to kind of go around it until it looks nice and seamless, and you still want to remember to blend back towards your hairline and down your neck. And with the foundation like this NARS, it has just enough coverage where you get a nice natural finish. I'm just going to take whatever's left on my brush and just keep tapping and blending. But you want your face to still look seamless but carved out. For this look, like I said in the intro, this is all about the brighter blush because you have so much contouring and everything, and I just love a pink blush. So we're going to be using the Ami Colé multitasking stick in the shade Pink Cell, and I'm just going to take that on a brush like this, and we're going to add a pop of that rather high up on our cheek, so almost under our eye for this glam look. I don't want to swipe this on because it is a stick, and I'm not trying to disturb the concealer because I haven't even gotten into our powders yet. So we're just going to use a nice pink blush as a start, and you can place however you're comfortable with the blush. I just like, for me, with a glam look, to have my blush going up towards my temple. For setting powder, I'm going to use the Danessa Myricks pink powder. I love this powder, but it is quite messy because it's so finely milled that it'll blow away. As soon as you open the top, it's really dusty, but they have it sealed, but you see what I mean? The dust is kind of flying. It's quite messy. You got to keep that lid on there, but I do like the brightening effect, but I'm not going to take a lot because it is matte, so I'm going to take this off on my hand, and we're going to brighten that under eye. Keep it nice and bright. Right over the blush, don't worry. It's gonna blend right in, and we're still gonna add another blush. So we're gonna do a super soft brow. As you can see, I don't naturally have a lot of brow, but instead of filling them in at the top, I'm gonna take mine to the middle of my arch. So kind of like in the middle here, I'm using the Benefit Precisely my brow, and I'm barely touching it because we don't want this to be a heavy 90s brow. We're just gonna kind of lightly fill it in. Keep your brows as nice and soft as you want. Feel free to carve them out if that's your thing, but I want mine to still look nice, soft. And then when I have the pencil in how I want it, I'm gonna take a spoolie and just kind of build that pencil, bring it right to the front of my eye. So I got you nice and close so we can start on the eyes. I'm using this bone color shade here from the e.l.f. Perfect 10 palette, and we're just going to pop that in. As you can see, I have some laid down. I'm only using this on the top, or excuse me, on the front portion of my eye, not going past the arch in my eyebrow, and we're just going to tap that in. I zoomed you in a little bit. I hope it doesn't start tripping. My Canon act like she don't want to act right these days. And we're doing this nice bone shade because we're going with lighter pink nude shades on our eye. And this will serve as the pop of color on your eye. And I'm just going to bring it down just a little bit in my tear duct here. Grab your favorite bronzer, and we're going to use that to do some sculpting of the eye. Taking a bronzer from the Juvia's Place Medium Deep palette, and I'm going to use a little bit on a blending brush, and we're going to get right here, right above that white shadow, and we're just going to kind of keep it right here just to carve out our eye socket a little bit, like so. And then just blend it over into your crease. I think this is easy enough to follow along with. I think so. I'm taking a small tip blending brush, tapping that in, getting off the excess, and this is going to be the shade right here, closest to our lash line. And that's going to give us the little bit of depth that we need for any type of glam look, just a little bit. Not too hard, not too smoky. And you just want to blend that in like I'm doing here. Light hand on the brush, almost like you can drop it, so that means you're not applying too much pressure, and it makes it so much easier, what's wrong with me, to get a nice light application. I think I'm trying to talk and do this. This is why I like voiceovers. Doing my powder on my face with my Sephora Collection Micro Smooth powder, and I'm just going to swirl that everywhere, even over the blush, to blend everything together. You want to blend all of that together. And if you're someone who gets shiny or oily, this will also help in controlling the oil. But it's also glam because it's nice and matte, but still not drying, if that makes sense. So I'm going to give myself a little dramatic wing on the top. I've lined my top waterline, like underneath. I've tight lined my waterline with my Urban Decay eyeliner, and I did a little eyeliner on the bottom lash. But because we wanted to have a little bit more glam, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this little wing. I'm going to take the same brown eyeshadow that we use, and you don't have to do this, but this is just for precision. Point something with a little bit of point and just kind of trace that from your waterline to here. I find this easier to do than a winged eyeliner for myself, and just give you a little bit of precision and a little extra for that winged eyeliner. So you just place it here, trace your waterline. I always mess up on one side, and then trace the edge of whatever you're holding there with your eyeshadow, just to give you a little bit of a wing. Got it? So now that we're done with the eyes, I have popped on a half lash. This is from Ardell. These are the half and half lashes, and they're already cut in half for you, so it's a two pairs in here. They're already cut in half, and I just put them on the outer corner. I haven't worn lashes in so long. Y'all know that if you're not new here. Barely do I wear lashes, but it's a glam look. So we're going to do a little bit of half lash, nothing too crazy. And it just opened up my eyes a little bit more. I'm going in with the blush Hibiscus Haze from House Labs. And we're just going to add that right over because this glam pink look, or this glam, soft glam look, is all about a popping cheek. So we're just going to add that in. I'm going to wipe my lip balm off, and then we're going to go in and do our lips, and we'll be finished. Moving on to the lips, I had to wipe it off what I had and start over because my pencil was very dull and it looked a mess. I'm using MAC Cork, and I wiped off, like I said, my lip balm. I want my lips hydrated but not slick or greasy because I want the lip liner to apply. And I'm just going to start in the corner of my mouth here, and I'm going to overline it a little bit at the top. And then in the corners, oops, not like that. In the corners again, it's kind of filling in. And do this. For lipstick, I'm using this soft pink neutral from Revlon. It's Revlon number 755. I always call it the Megan Thee Stallion lipstick, but the name of it is actually called Bear It All. But this is the shade she wore on stage with Beyonce. It's the lip combo. I love it. I've been wearing it since 2023, and I love this lipstick. So we're going to hit this neutral pink, and if you notice, this pink is very much the color of my lips, so it just looks like my lips. You can use a darker lip liner if you like. You know, the classic brown girl, dark brown lip liner and pink in the middle. But I'm going to go over my lips and give it a little bit of shimmer with this Morphe Drip Glass Shimmer. And this is in the shade Unbothered. And it's a nice pink. So, yeah. And that's going to give it the pink that we're looking for with the lip. Again, feel free to do any lip that you like, but I wanted to go with this combination, and we're done. Easy breezy. So beauties, this is the final look of my soft glam. I hope that this was helpful for you. If you're looking for a soft glam look that you can wear to the holidays, like I said, we did the glitz and glamour with the bold lip and the glitter, and this time you all wanted something a little softer. So this is my definition of soft glam. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you made it this far in the video, and if this video was helpful to you, feel free to leave me a thumbs up. I would truly appreciate it. If you have not yet already hit that subscribe button, please consider doing so and joining the beauty family. I would love to have you here. Let me know how you guys like this look. I really like the eyeshadow with the little half lash. Is this going to get me back into wearing lashes again? Half lash instead of all over my eyes? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you back here for the next video real soon. Bye.